So this is my last few moments in the Volkswagen ID.3. Today I'm picking up a new car. I've decided to sell the ID.3 and I've decided to get a different car. Before we get into the different car, I really wanted to explain why I'm getting rid of the ID.3, because obviously on this channel there's been a few videos about the ID.3, not as many as I would like to upload, but there has been a few and I very much enjoy my time in the car. But I want to explain really why I'm deciding to sell it, and then also we'll get into the reasons of the new car. But for now, let's just concentrate on the ID.3. Now I will start by saying it is a solid car. I am deciding to sell it after just under 2 years of ownership. I was one of the first people to get an ID.3. It's a solid car, don't get me wrong. It's a Volkswagen, the hardware is really, really good. There's a few little niggles with the hardware, like for example, for some reason, this bar here just doesn't light up when it's dark, so you just can't see it at all. So if you're trying to adjust the volume or adjust the temperature, it's just really difficult to see. I think they're gonna change that in a new version. Another weird thing is my phone in this wireless charger, it actually takes charge away from my phone. I don't know why. I think like my phone's a bit too big. So that's another very minor niggle. And for some reason the aircon has stopped working. I've had the car for maybe 20 months. It shouldn't need recharging already, but I've had a car before that was 4 years old from brand new, a Volkswagen Golf actually, that didn't need recharging. So a couple of minor niggles there, but for the most part, the hardware is really solid. It's a really, really good car. I've had no real big issues. But let's get to the elephant in the room. That is, of course, the software. Now, the software is not terrible anymore. And I think, to be honest, it's now down to personal preference. If you're the sort of person that's kind of considering maybe a Golf or an ID.3, the ID.3 will have very similar software to the Golf. Electric cars need more than that these days. Electric cars need better software than just a regular combustion engine. You know, for a start, the range is obviously limited. So if you want to travel 400 miles with a car that will do 150, 200 miles, whatever it may be, the software needs to be able to handle that. And Volkswagen navigation software isn't up to the task. It does try and tell you to stop here. It's not very good. To be honest, the software in general just feels like it's, you know, maybe a 10-year-old tablet still. It's better probably than a modern Golf, but it's just not that responsive. It's a little bit laggy and stuttery. It's not bad now, they have improved it, but it's just not really up to standard, to be honest. It could just be so much better. And it's just a little bit basic, you know, it doesn't do anything like an electric car should do. Just compare it to your phone, compare it to a tablet. You know, those devices have been getting better and better and better for years and years and years. And, you know, that's what's required in the modern age, is to have really good software. And Volkswagen, to me, are just behind the times right now. I do believe they will get there eventually. I hope they would get there certainly by now. We were promised a software update once every 3 months, one software update per quarter. The last update was, I think, last November or so. Honestly, probably one over-the-air update per year is what it's looking like at the moment, and they haven't really added any features since launch. They fixed a number of bugs, don't get me wrong, that the software is now at a stage where it's not bad, it's just not good. I guess that's probably the best way to describe it. But as I said, I think it's down to personal preference. If you're tossing up between a Golf and you really just want a car that will go from home to the supermarket to home to the gym to home to commute to work, it will do the job for you really, really well. If you want a car though that's got a few more bells and whistles, that is going to move with the times, that's going to do lots of long journeys very easily, in my opinion at the moment, the software is just not there. They just need to improve. They need to become a software first company. It's so software driven these days, cars, that they have to be so software first. And Volkswagen at the moment, just lagging behind the times. Hopefully they'll get there eventually. But yeah, I think it's down to personal preference, to be honest. But that's my main reasons for selling the car. A few minor niggles and some big concerns with the software. And we'll get into the car I'm buying in just a moment, because that's the reason I'm deciding to change. And my new car is electric. So Volkswagen, it's not like this car has turned me off electric cars. I still love electric cars. I still wanted an electric car. So it shows that this car is still a very solid car. But yeah, I almost feel bad that I'm selling it, because again, it is a great car. It is a good car. It's treated me really well. My girlfriend still loves the car. It's a nice car. I can't complain. There's just better out there. Should we get into the car I'm buying? Well, here we go. And here it is. Here, it's not actually mine yet, but here is, hopefully, my new car. Don't get run over. Tesla Model 3 long range is what I've gone for. Dual motor, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. I drove the performance quite recently, as I'm sure you saw, but decided against the performance. Just genuinely just too hard on the suspension and honestly too fast. So I've gone for the long range, and here it is. About to drive it for the first time. Excited. Well, sat in for the first time. I haven't got the keys right now, so the wheel has to be upside down, but it's all gone through, it's all been approved. It should be mine, it's just not mine yet. Currently it still belongs to the dealership. This is going to be my car. I'm very excited. So it's a 2021 plate. It's only 13 months old. It's newer than my ID.3 was. It's done a few more miles. I think it's done about 20,000 miles or so. So it's pretty much the latest of everything, with the heated steering wheel and this the wood accents there down the sides. The facelift model, of course, with all the how does this work? There you go. All the new updated interface here with the heat pump. Yeah, I'm kind of hesitating because right now it's not really mine. I'm just sort of looking around somebody else's car right now. Excited to give it a drive. It is now officially mine. I own a Tesla Model 3. I am very excited. This is basically my dream car, and it's mine. I'm so excited. I've watched many, many videos about this car, and I'm sat in one, and I'm not just sat in one, I own it. I love it. I love it. Let's get on the road. Here we go then, on the road in my Tesla Model 3. Very, very excited. So I wanted to run through really some of the reasons why I bought this car over the ID.3. You know, make no mistake about it, it is a more expensive car. You know, it's not directly comparable. They're not competing with each other. This car was about £20,000 more than the ID.3, not a million miles away off, double the price. So it's not a direct comparison. I'm not trying to make a direct comparison. I really want to just talk to you about why I've decided to buy this car over the ID.3. I've already talked about some of the drawbacks of the ID.3, and I think I hinted towards it when I was talking about those, because I was talking about my personal preference. And I'm a techie guy. I'm a software guy. I like change as well. That's the other thing. I genuinely enjoy, if I'm playing a game, I like reading the change notes of what's changed in this update of the game. I just like change. And, you know, Tesla ticks all those boxes so damn well. The software is insane. I mean, it's just so responsive compared to what Volkswagen does. It really responds really, really snappy. Obviously, you've got these beautiful visualizations. I'm in autopilot mode right now, by the way, so it's doing most of the driving for me. Yeah, I mean, it just does so much more. It just feels like 5 years on, and that's obviously a lot of time in the technology world from where the ID.3 is. It feels like a very, very different, and it is techie. It is techie, but I like it. I like that sort of thing a lot. Some other things as well, reasons that wanted a Tesla over an ID.3. Obviously, it's faster. That being said, the ID.3 isn't slow. It's honestly fine. The ID.3's got enough power for all situations, unless you're trying to race it or get top speed on the autobahn. Other than that, it's fine. This is quicker, which is, you know, potentially more fun. Four-wheel drive, which is definitely an appeal to me. I enjoyed the four-wheel drive. Also got the long-range model here, so it's a lot more efficient than not more efficient. It is a bit more efficient as well, but it's mainly just got a bigger battery than the ID.3, and also the charging network. It's night and day. I mean, I was starting to struggle a little bit for the charging network in the ID.3, in that, you know, there's a lot of electric cars being sold right now in the UK, and not that many charging points being put in. They are putting in charging points all the time, but it's not keeping up with electric cars. So often you now get to a charger and it's full. You know, even more so than only just 2 years ago, let alone longer than that when I first got the ID.3. So, whereas this has got its own obviously dedicated Tesla supercharger network, also works better. You just plug it in and just charge. The ID.3 you have to plug it in and then authenticate in some way. So a number of reasons there. That's really the long and short of it. Primarily it's software. The four-wheel drive's nice. The charging network is also a big aspect. But in actuality, it's not ended up costing me too much more per month, this car, just because of got a good finance deal and that kind of thing. So the other thing, of course, is the navigation. It actually properly factors in. Let's get over lanes here. It properly factors in your range. So if I try and navigate to somewhere that's out of range, it will say, hey, you need to stop at this supercharger. The ID.3 tries to do it, it's a bit rubbish. So anyway, hopefully that will make sense, but I'm now going to go and pick up one of my friends who's going to basically just experience the Tesla for the first time. I mean, he has been in one of his auntie's Model 3 standard range before, but this is quicker than that, and to be honest, I probably know more about the car, so I can maybe show him around a little bit more. So let's get his first reaction to see my brand new car. And by the way, he's got a McLaren at home. He bought a McLaren just a couple of months ago. His name's Ben Daly. If you follow me from my gaming stuff, you'll know that he is, of course, Team at Marduk. But if you don't, then he is a gaming content creator just like me. And yes, he's just bought a McLaren. I think it's a 600 LT. So yeah, let's see his reaction. Good. Good. Take longer. Oh, what's your pin?
All of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's check for any dings. Crashed it already? Been dive bombing people?
Only a couple of times, it's fine.
Look at that massive screen.
That's a bit of me, that. I love a bit of tech.
That's very distracting. Any dent? Oh,
There is a couple of little bits on the alloys, unfortunately, front ones.
Mate, you've had it for 5 minutes.
It wasn't me.
Can
It
you
wasn't
calm
me.
down?
Oh, come on. You've driven one of these before. No excuses.
Unlike you, I can open a car door.
Yeah, but whatever.
Can't Alex find the door?
Why have they made it complicated? Rubbish car.
Hey, he finally does it.
Hey, it's classic McLaren, overly complicated.
Oh, the seat.
Bad?
Spongy.
Spongy, soft.
Nice, yeah. And I love the wood finish.
Yeah, it goes all the way around as well on the doors. So that's a new feature with this model.
So my auntie has one of these cars, I think.
Yeah.
And like you can literally play YouTube like on the screen and everything. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Oh my god. There's actually so much space.
There is. It's also an automatic boot, mate. You don't need to manually mess with it. Better than your car's, isn't it?
My car doesn't do that.
No, your car doesn't do most of what this does, I'm
I'm
afraid.
gonna have to chuck it in the bin.
No adaptive cruise control in your car. This can even drive itself, let alone adaptive cruise control.
You know what? I wouldn't mind autopilot for like those boring highway drives.
Yeah. He says he's got one more thing to say to camera. He's already impressed with the fact there's a card, not a key.
That is pretty cool.
What else?
But
But
I have a question. Would you rather have that or that? Bearing in mind that's cheaper than this.
Nah, I'd rather have this. I would. I like electric cars. I like tech. I like the self-driving. I like the updates.
No, you know what? You've done well.
This will be outdated in about a week.
This will hold its money really well.
Yeah,
like Tesla's
it will.
do.
It will.
So fair play. You've done really well.
Wow,
I
I've got the Ben
can't
Daly seal of
complain.
approval. I was expecting to get some more stick, but he likes it. He'll be trying to steal it off me now.
I probably will, yeah. I know how to unlock it now. Check out this beautiful car on the right, viewers.
Boo.
That's the best thing I've ever seen. 10 points.
I was going to accelerate a bit here, but you completely ruined it for us.
Oh! That is cool.
It's possible not to enjoy it.
That is like being on a roller coaster. Try and work out if this is faster than the McLaren or not.
No, it might feel faster because it's silent and because it's torque and it's instant.
Yeah.
So it'll feel like it won't be faster, will it? But it probably does feel a bit faster.
Is there like a launch control?
No, because you just floor it. It just figures it out. It's really
Okay.
smart. Let's get the camera up. Okay, you can see now.
That is very cool. I feel like we've got our own race control. Oh! I didn't even see the green light. I'm looking at these screens and
Suddenly you're launching off to Narnia. How stiff do you think this is compared to your AMG?
This is softer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much softer, but just enough. I'm just gonna go be sick now.
Just had lunch. Anyway, let's do some launches in the Tesla. Well, you're still alive. You've got a small chance to die between here and there, but
yeah. Alright, man.
Anyway,
It's been a pleasure. We'll catch up soon.
We'll have to do
Take
the
care.
McLaren thing soon.
Yeah. Come over whenever.
Yeah, definitely. All right, see you later, man.
Alright, take care.
Well, there we are then. We're now on our way home in our Tesla Model 3. It feels quite surreal, to be honest, to say that I own this car. This is now mine. Of course, it will become quite normal in time, but I've watched so many videos of this online, and you know, as I said, it's effectively a dream car for me. So to actually say that I've got one now, it's going to take a little while to get used to that, I think. But yeah, on our way home now, and it's going to become quite normal. For those of you that subscribed for the ID.3, I completely understand now that I haven't got an ID.3. It was never intended to be an ID.3 channel or a Tesla channel. It was more intended to be an EV channel. That said, obviously it will centre around Tesla a little bit more in the future. So if there's any software updates that come, we've got one due now, but I think that's not a new one as such. It just needs updating since I bought it. And yeah, I'm definitely planning to upload a little bit more now I've got this car. As I said, any updates they do, anything special, I'll probably do a few tests on it and stuff like that like I've done in the past on the ID.3. So we'll be doing that in the future. So do make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. But for that, guys, I'm gonna go home in my Tesla Model 3, park it in my driveway, and get it on charge. Obviously, it's not a 9-day different to the ID.3. I've still got to charge it at home, and you know, all that stuff hasn't really changed. But just about everything else has. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.